Did that explain it?
Yeah. You're at 20 minutes though, brother. I'm gonna let you fly, right?
I love you.
Okay, I'll get out of here. But thanks, guys. I love you guys all, and we'll figure this all out. And God bless y'all.
All right, buddy. Thank you. I'll be watching tomorrow. Can somebody link Airborne Saint's channel? Can you link the video for tomorrow with you and Saint, or at least link his channel so people can be there, please?
Yeah. I'll pull it and I'll throw it in the chat. And then again, like I said, unintended consequences will be tomorrow night, but I don't have a link on that yet.
All right, cool.
That's like 5 p.m. Okay. All right. Bye.
All right. Next call. And Karen, I'm going to take care of that issue right now. Next call, 978-435-0006. Give us a ring dong duchy. And just got to block somebody real quick. Okay, he's blocked.
Did you see that comment come through again, though?
I didn't actually see what his comment was. He just said hi to me is all I saw.
Yeah.
Dose of reality, you're on Brian, Jen, and Karen. Who's this?
You got to be kidding me. I got through. I was going to act like a troll.
Suso.
You just hang that for me.
Oh, what's up, Suso?
Wow. Jen got that before you did?
Yeah, what's going on?
I know what Philly accent.
Hey, yo, how you doing, girl? You check that email?
I checked yesterday's email. I'm bad with emails. I'm sorry.
No, you got to listen. You got to check. Well, listen, you got to. This is what we'll talk about. Simulation theory. I'm just saying that I got a show. I got a little group going on tomorrow night or tomorrow morning. Jesus, tomorrow morning with some people like a computer programmer.
Yeah.
Rat Generation X. I don't want to say. I got this guy who replied, told me to send him the link. It's going to be 4 a.m. for him. He's got this huge channel. I don't want to say in case he doesn't show, but he might come in. It's like it's a leak. That's all I'm saying. But that's the thing. I mean, I think we're living in a simulation. That's kind of where I'm running right now. Okay. I want somebody to pull me out of that, for crying out loud. But
I don't think we're in a computer program at all. I think God's creation. I do think most of the stuff around us is fake and simulated.
But see, now that's the thing. Of course, you're God's creation.
This is
you got to understand physical reality.
This is Brian Stanley, Jennifer, Truth Seeker 69, of course, and Karen B up there in the left. And they're just live on dlive right now, and I'm going to be live on dlive after their show. So
I'll try and check it out.
That's why I'm live now. Hey, JJ, good to see you, bro.
So long. I've called 12 times. I can't get through. Could somebody please, and you know what, I wanted to start this out with, could somebody please...
And that's Suso on the
officially
line.
Introduce me to Karen B. God damn it.
Have we not spoken before? I thought we had. But I guess
Hi, Karen. No, I've never said a word to you. Hello. I know you. You know me.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you finally, too, officially. Thanks for introducing us, guys.
Yeah. Hey,
I thought he met her at...
What do you think about the whole first half of the show about my... everything I'm getting into, that once it's fake all the way through. It doesn't turn real, and all this shit is fucking psyops.
But it is fake. It's a fairy tale. This shit ain't real.
Yeah, the link to my dlive is in the description below for those who want
to
catch my show after this show here.
Something outside of me attacks my no, and not always attacks, but I'll say affects my emotions. Why? I figured out why. Because it's trying to keep me in the loop. It's trying to keep me in the program.
Yep.
So I think everything is bullshit across the board. And when you step up to it, when you face it, it leaves you alone. I'm not all the time, because it still wants to test you and make sure, hey, where are you? And it's like I have a video that I did in 17 where I walked back and forth going, what if God, now, and I didn't realize it at the time in 17, but now I'm saying, what if God is nothing, it only had itself. God only has itself. So it's self and nothing. Okay, that's ones and zeros. That becomes a computer program. I know it's far off. I know it's out there. But I'm like, why the hell not? Physical reality is a myth. Physical reality is a fairy tale. This shit ain't even real, and we're getting to experience it, which is a blessing. But there's other things here that are experiencing it as well, and they're fucking us. But you look at the big picture. We're learning pretty big here. Not only that, we may be able to help them. And I believe me, that's how far it's going with me.
Mm-hmm.
We might be able to help them. Not now. We're no place near that now, believe me. But this whole the Mandela effect. I'm all like, okay, it's I impaled myself. It's in my book. I impaled myself, and I stood up without injury, and I didn't know I impaled myself at the time. So what did the computer program do? It shifted me into another timeline. I'm thinking my consciousness, my spirit, my soul shifted into another physical reality.
So how does the computer? What is the method of delivery that the computer manipulates our physical reality, our physical matter, our organs in our body?
This is Brian.
I mean, how's
that's where I want to get into
Jennifer,
tomorrow.
Truth Seeker 69 live with Suso on the line. Calling in. They're live on dlive, and I'll be live on dlive after them.
I don't want to put you on the spot, girl.
All right. Well, we're hyping it up.
Look, I did invite Jen, and I don't have Steve JMO's email. I do have a computer programmer coming on, and I do have this guy who believes we are all in pods, and we're about to come out of them.
All right, man.
And I don't his shit, and I'm just like, I'm not totally bored with it.
Okay.
But I think it's something to look at. It's a new, something different. Yeah, bro. I feel like I keep interrupting you.
No, I don't buy it, but I'll try and check it out.
Oh,
what else you got besides that?
I would hope you would look at it at least. I mean, my God, you look at everything. You would not look at this and go, "Hey, these people got points." Jen's looking at Jen and Steve look at cities, and they're like, "Wait a minute, that looks like a computer board. It looks like a motherboard."
Yeah.
And I got this guy who built a motherboard and a computer for me, and I got this other guy saying we're in a computer program.
You're welcome, Jay.
And I got another guy, Guy Fawkes, is doing videos on this rat guy and has no idea I'm in communication with him. So I got all these people. I invited them all to come on tomorrow.
I won't be surprised, though, if YouTube pulls this down later. They've pulled my last two live streams down.
I want to say I know
I did.
Two people
and now I'm streaming a D-Live show. They're going to hate this.
Probably. And if I can get these people, these 4 or 5 people together to talk about the things they've been experiencing and interact with each other, I think it could be huge if it's real, if it's true.
Okay, cool.
If it's true,
but Suso, we keep repeating the same thing, though. All right, we're gonna move on. We'll check it out.
Move on.
All right. What else?
All right, man. I'll go. I'll talk to you later.
I'll definitely check it out, Suso.
All right, Jen. I'll talk to you later. Nice meeting you, Karen. Talk to you, Brian.
All right. Bye. Yeah, I mean, I'll check it out, but he did keep saying the same thing over and over, and I can't tell you who it is and who these guys are, but I'll have a show with him. Okay, I mean, you know, I want to get another call in. 978-435-0006. Give us a ring dong, Dutchie.
Brian does not like simulation talk. I can tell you that much.
Reality
he doesn't buy into it at all.
This is the same fucking.
And the only way we could be in a simulation if it's God's simulation.
0006. Give us
I think we're more real than that.
Yeah, and Suso, if you have a link to your show that you want us to check out, drop it in the chat for everybody because there's 300 people here right now.
And I have 3 people on YouTube watching it. That's funny.
Hey, everyone. This is Jesse from Hingham, Massachusetts. How are you guys doing?
Hey, what's going on, man?
So I want to talk about a couple things I've noticed over the last 6 months. So back in early April, during the entire lockdown, I did a little experiment. And as you say, they like to pick and choose. So I called up my local Audi dealer in Westwood on Highway 1, if you're familiar with that area.
Yep.
And I said, I'd like to, I was wondering, is it possible to test drive a car? And they're like, oh, yeah, sure, no problem. Absolutely. What are you interested in? I was like, well, how about the Audi Q8? Oh, yeah, sure. When would you like to come in? And so anyway, I was like, yeah, how about, tomorrow 1:30? Oh, yeah, sure, no problem. Just let us know, when, when you're 10 minutes away. And so I show up, and I'm literally wearing socks, sandals, sweatpants, Walmart T-shirt. I'm driving a little 2005 Honda Civic Hybrid. I think they know I'm not going to buy the car, So anyway, so the kid comes out and hands me the keys. He's like, you have any questions? I'm like, no, not really. And he's like, go have fun. So I come back like an hour and a half later, and there's no one on the road. I'm doing 120 miles an hour up and down the interstate, and hopefully there's no one on the road. Now, do you really need to go out and buy a brand new Audi? Is that essential? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not essential.
Yep, Jay.
Right?
No.
Unless your car is, completely broken down and irreparable or something, or got totaled, and even then, I don't think anyone needs to go out and buy a brand new Audi. So I just thought that was kind of funny, But no questions asked. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Did the same thing the next day at the local Infiniti dealer, Test drove a brand new Q50.
Yeah.
I've noticed, and I do the Uber and Lyft thing full time, and I started doing the DoorDash. And I go to this restaurant called Wingstop. I don't know if you guys have that down in Carolinas, but anyway, I go to this wing place to pick up an order. And I kind of had to use the bathroom. It wasn't an emergency, but I figured, I might as well, use the bathroom. And I walk in, there's no sign saying I can't use the bathroom, so I walk in towards the men's room, and all of a sudden this lady starts yelling at me. She's like, you're not supposed to use the restroom during no COVID. I'm like,
oh, God.
Excuse me? I use the restroom all the time.
Yeah, I use the restroom when I got to piss, lady.
Like,
go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
right? And so I was like, you know what? You're not going to let me use the restroom? Fine. You can find someone else to pick up your food. Goodbye. And I walked right out, and I gave her the finger. It's like, you're a fucking idiot. Seriously, I hate to say this, but that's what I told her. Like, you're a fucking idiot. And that's not the first time that happened. That happened at a Chinese restaurant in Canton, and also maybe 20 miles south of Boston. Same thing. I go there, food's ready. I was like, can I quickly use the restroom? So literally the lady's like, no. I was like, okay, well, you can find someone else to pick the food then. Goodbye. Seriously, it's like, you want to play that game? I'll play it twice as hard, I mean, it's getting to be insanity. And I think, back in 1980, remember I don't know how old you are, but I'm 36. And you remember the AIDS virus? People used to think that you could get AIDS from sitting on a toilet seat, for crying out loud. And obviously
there was a lot of
it's not
scare.
true. And I'm wondering, and I'm wondering if a lot of people are thinking the same thing here. I mean, I think they're just falling for everything, and it just doesn't make any sense. So it's just some of the things I've noticed that are going on, and I think it's really tearing the country apart and tearing people apart and whatnot. And it's almost like it's brother against brother. You know what I'm saying? It's really sad.
We all know what you're saying, and it is really sad. And they're out there tearing people apart. They're tearing families apart. So that stuff is all real. Like, as much as the COVID is a hoax, those are the real type of things that do happen. But the COVID, the science behind it.
What if Karen's asleep?
The fake doctors, the fake actors.
Karen could be sleeping
that's
right
all
now.
fake,
So the other thing I wanted to say is a couple other things. So
hey,
back
Jennifer,
in,
what's happening?
January,
Good to see you. I'll
I
be
did
live
feel
after
crappy
this
for about a
show
week,
here
okay?
whenever they
Anyway,
end
it could've
on
been a
dlive.
cold or whatnot. And I remember I was actually, my girlfriend had just passed away, unfortunately, and I drove out to Minneapolis in one shot to hang out with her best friend. And, obviously, given what had happened, I didn't sleep very well and whatnot. And Anyway, so I was there for like a few days, and I drove home basically in one shot, and then went right back to giving rides. Didn't even take a day off, you know. And I felt crappy for about a week, and it was not like I couldn't go to work or, you know, didn't stop me from doing anything or didn't have any trouble breathing. I don't even think I had a fever, but I felt crappy for a week. And her friend Hillary said the same thing around the same time, that she, her husband, and 2 kids felt crappy for, you know, roughly about a week as well. So I'm wondering, you know, could that have been, you know, the quote unquote virus? I mean, whatever it was, you know, whatever is going around, you know, this tonight here.
Yeah,
you know, some people are claiming it's going on, it's been around for longer, you know.
Yeah, it's this thing that's been as elusive as the curve of the earth. It's called the seasonal flu. Nobody seems to know where it is now. Karen, have you seen the seasonal flu lately? Because apparently everything now is just COVID.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the other thing is, you know, I have talked to people, you know, I mean, people I do know claim they know people who've gotten sick or even know people who've died. I mean, I guess they just know people who've gotten sick from the flu or died from the flu. You know, of course, you never get all the details and how many of these people were smokers or obese or, you know, God knows what other type of complications they had. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who knows? But I mean, I do run into people that claim, oh, well, I'm a nurse, or, you know, I know nurses or doctors, you know, who say that they've, you know, seen people dying of this, you know. So what's your take on that? When people, I mean, there are people that do claim that they, you know.
Well, because the nurses and the doctors, they're misled, bro. I mean, they do see real people die in hospitals, but they're misled, and they're yeah, of course, and I think they're mislabeled COVID.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if a lot of these people are just getting the flu, you know, and then these people do die of the flu every year. I mean, it does happen, you know, shit happens. People do die, you know. And I'm wondering if a lot of that is just simply the flu.
It is. It definitely is. The flu numbers have dropped off the fucking map since the COVID numbers have gone up. They've just redistributed it all.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you look at, and then you think about, let's see, we got 400,000 people every year die of smoking-related illnesses. Obviously, the symptoms are going to be close enough, you know. Conveniently, no one can visit them. The families probably aren't going to question it. You know, when they're told, oh, yeah, your mother's dying of lung cancer, you know, you figure, okay, well, your mother smoked for 50 years. I'm not surprised, you know.
Yep.
You know, think about how easy it would be to say, oh, it was COVID, you know, when they had a couple months to live anyway, you know. Or just anyone, you know, in a nursing home that, you know, maybe is obese or they smoked a very long time or whatever, they're compromised. You know, symptoms are going to be close enough, you know. No one's going to question it.
Exactly.
Just, you know, another way to look at it, too.
And they scared all the doctors and nurses in the beginning. They automatically jump to the conclusion when they see flu to think that it's COVID because they're scared into that.
And then they paid them. If they were marked COVID, they got money for it.
Yep.
I've heard that, too. And, you know, of course, some people deny that, but I have heard that from a lot of places. You know, that I guess somehow the hospitals get paid more or something if it's a COVID case. Is that how it works?
Yep.
Something like
$13,000 for that, and like $37,000 if they throw them on a ventilator.
Yep, that's hush money.
Really?
Yep. That's murder money.
What got me was
murder money. Yeah.
You know, initially, you know, that's funny. You know, initially for the first week or two, you know, I was a little concerned, you know, and then I went on YouTube, you know, and I've already, you know, discovered that, you know, way back that 9/11 isn't, you know, what they were being told and whatnot, and Sandy Hook and the Boston hoaxathon and, you know, whatnot. But, yeah, I was initially a little concerned. And then this video pops up of an actual newscast, and they use a fucking mannequin on a ventilator. And YouTube
me and my youngest daughter's mother made that mistake. We lost one. She had the DNC, and then she was real susceptible to get pregnant, of course. And like 2 months later, we got pregnant with my daughter Kaylin.
You know what I'm saying?
So
and again,
I hope that they'll wait 6 months or a year or longer. They tell you to wait
to fucking fake any of it. Okay,
it sucks.
They could just film realness of it, but there isn't any realness to it. It's completely fake, which is why they need everybody to wear the mask, because it's the only reminder they have outside that there's actually a pandemic.
Exactly, dude. Yes.
They don't see nothing. They don't see bodies. They don't even hear the wailing away of ambulances racing people to the hospitals. They don't even hear that. It was ghost town in New York, ghost town in LA.
That's what I was thinking. And I never stopped driving for Uber and Lyft through this whole thing. I even picked up some people from some workers from the hospitals, and I'd ask them straight out, and, oh yeah, we got one case, maybe 2 or 3,
Yes,
depending on where
I
you
know.
went, but no one was saying that it was absolutely flooded like crazy.
Her body
And
needs time.
I'm thinking, if it was really as bad as they're saying, there'd be ambulances, lights and sirens blaring, dropping people off, speeding away to the next one. You'd have people lined up out the doors, literally dying in their cars, waiting to be seen in the parking lot. And nothing like that. And if that was the case, the mask I'd be wearing would look nothing like, some big little light blue cloth face covering. You can't say it without laughing, you know what I'm saying?
Made in
I mean,
China.
it's really that bad. The mask I would be wearing would not look like some light blue cloth face covering. They can almost see through for crying out loud.
Remember in the beginning of all this, they were showing like New York City, the hospitals with all the ambulances lined up, and that guy was walking around filming, talking to these guys. There was nothing going on. They weren't going anywhere. They were on standby. Like any second, there's going to be such an influx of sick people, and clearly nothing was happening. They're just sitting around.
Yeah. I actually took a customer from Quincy, which is just south of Boston, all the way to New York City. It was some Saturday night back in late March. And I got him there in 3 hours and 59 minutes, including 3 stops, twice for use the bathroom and once for fuel, And, basically doing 70 all the way down. The only weird thing I saw was a couple idiots on dirt bikes without headlights on the Henry Hudson Parkway. Otherwise, totally quiet. Obviously, that's less traffic, for a Saturday night. Normally, I probably wouldn't have been able to do it that quickly, you know what I'm saying? But no, it was nothing really unusual. There was another guy I saw on YouTube, in Cincinnati, went from hospital to hospital, and there was nothing going on. They're all directing him, we'll go to the test site. He's like, well, I was already there. The test site is totally quiet. Like, nothing's going on. It's like, where are all the sick people,
Yeah.
And the same thing, in my area. I live in Hingham, and South Shore Hospital is pretty close to me, in Weymouth, and it was, they had a big white tent, the whole time.
Nothing going on.
But
big white tent
was
with nothing
going on.
Yep. They were
Like
doing that
all these
everywhere.
hospitals, big white tent, but like nothing going on. That's the thing.
They built an entire makeshift hospital in New York City and never used it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I was at a Mexican place picking up food the other day, and to get in, I'll wear the mask just enough that, I won't cover my nose, so I can breathe, but I'll kind of pretend to wear it, and this girl decides to, no pun intended, stick her nose where it doesn't need to be, and she's like, nice nose. I'm like, oh, really? Hell, thank you. Yeah, it's a hoax. And she's like, fuck you. I was like, well, fuck you.
Wow.
Too. Give the finger. And then the girl at the counter, I'm picking up the food for the customer. She's like, oh, do you know this person? I'm like, no, just some idiot. That's
Hey,
like,
flat smacking Packer fan.
Yeah, did
I'm just
you
like
see?
walking out of there with my food, And I'm like, yeah, it's a hoax, everyone. Have a nice night,
Yeah. Yeah, but hey, buddy, I'm gonna wind it.
He's saying they're
I'm
gonna
wind it down with you, though. All right, buddy.
Wow.
Because I'm gonna. We're about to close the phones. We're about to close the phones and switch gears. So
the show's not over. They're
Thank you
just
for the call. I really appreciate
stop
it.
taking calls. They've got some Mandela effect
I reached out
stuff.
to you on Facebook the other day. I'm in the Hingham area.
Thanks for being here, guys. I really was just going to come on for a few minutes and announce my show live after this, but I figured why not try and share some of this, for those who aren't on dlive. But I think everybody should go ahead and make an account over on dlive to at least follow your favorites over there that have moved over there or are doing more shows over there than on YouTube. Eventually, YouTube is going to purge out all truthers, I believe. All right. Okay.
All right, cool, man. I'll hit you up on Facebook after the show or tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow, because I'll be crashing after the show.
Sounds good.
All right.
Alrighty. Thanks for having me on.
All right, buddy.
Alrighty. Enjoy the rest of the long weekend, guys.
All right, buddy. Bye-bye. And we're going to end the calls. We're going to get into some Mandela effect stuff. There you go, Suso. Leave the link. No, I didn't mind you promoting the show, Suso. It's just you repeated the same thing like 4 times without giving us any more information and kept telling us you couldn't tell us their name. So it's like, okay, well, we'll watch it tomorrow. Jen, can you and Karen just hold it down for 1 minute while I go pee? I'm not taking a break. I'm just going to go pee, and then we'll get into Mandela effect. I have your video of the said singer ready to play in full screen. Cool. If you want to do that first, if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, I'm going to go pee.
All righty, Karen.
What did he say? I totally missed. He was
asking us to hold it down. He's got to go pee. So, yeah. I just look at this whole thing of what's happening and this whole revealing this apocalypse effect as just such an exciting time to be alive right now. And that I really feel like I chose to come here and be a part of this. And I had my purpose to serve, which I'm still on my purpose. Is that how you feel, Karen?
Yes. Yes, that's pretty much how I feel too.
Yeah, it's a really good feeling when you're on your purpose and you're taking that journey and when you can get somebody else to see it. Like I did have an effect on somebody like a month ago. There was a gentleman in Walmart who I asked for his assistance to get a jug of water for me that was up too high. And he's like, oh, this damn mask. And I'm like, just take it off. And he did. He took it off. He's like, you're right. And he put it in his pocket. And I was like, that's fucking awesome. Like, that was like such a highlight of my day. I was just, that feeling really stayed with me. And I was so grateful for it. And I saw him later on in the store and he still didn't have it on. And, even though they're few and far between, it's an awesome feeling.
Yeah, it is a really good feeling to get them to take it off.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're going to get into some Mandela effect stuff. I'll give a little preface up to this, Jen, and then you can take over and then we'll play your video. You can tell the story of where you found this and all that. There is a big Mandela effect that I've done a video on. Jen's done videos on. I certainly didn't discover it.
Definitely.
I would say I got the idea from
I
money.
definitely agree with you. Overall,
save your soul. Now says, who will save your soul?
Nobody should charge for the truth.
With an S repeatedly throughout the song on the official version. So if you have the Jewel album, the Jewel CD,
I just want to be on a platform that won't censor me. So
I've done a Mandela Effect video on this. There were 2 live performances.
People from
I included with her, where she sung
it's
it
not like
herself.
I'm gonna get rich
so the
on
idea
there
that we always got the lyrics wrong. Well, people can choke on it because here's the original artist singing it the wrong way. And Jen found something interesting today that she passed on to me. So Jen, why don't you take over and I'll get it ready.
Yeah, so a friend of mine through Facebook sent me this clip, and I was shocked to watch this. So she's basically in a karaoke bar.
And you'll never find me on Patreon either. I don't care who's on there, and I like some people that are on there, but I don't like Patreon, and I'm not going to get on there and
play a little
force
joke on
people
everybody,
to,
they get her to go up on stage,
pay me
and she
for
sings her song. Now this is residue right from the singer's mouth, and she sings it the way we remember it, guys. It's amazing.
Funny or Die called me, and they wanted me to dress up as somebody else and have me go to a karaoke bar and sing my own songs and see if people would recognize it as me.
I would just like to say, deniers suck on this.
Save your soul.
Going through the makeup process was really fun. I got to wear a wig and have a big fake nose. This nose got bigger. And a business suit and kind of a little like pump-hunting suit. I had a butt for the first time in my life. I was pretty excited about it.
She's gonna
I love how we don't have to worry about copyright. Isn't that awesome, Karen?
Yeah.
I will have to though.
Frozen Foods Convention.
If they play that song,
when
me
and my fellow business
it
associates got to the karaoke bar, it was a really unusual place. They were taking their karaoke very seriously. We really stood out.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah. I got you.
I won. My guys started getting up and singing karaoke. And in the middle of it, they yell out, "Karen, you're next!"
Karen!
Karen B, you're next.
She named herself
she was being a
Karen.
Karen.
and it really wound the
Oh
crowd
my
up.
God,
Like,
she has a curly wig on.
and I'd be like,
Yeah, she's playing Karen B for real.
Karen to the stage, please. Karen.
Karen.
You can tell people are kind of
Oh no, it's not
No.
curly. Okay.
I was
Yeah,
nervous. and it
she's
kind of
not got curly
They're
hair.
wanting me to do good.
Hilarious.
Yeah, they might shut this down. My stream down. Let me know if they do, please.
You agree. She says all my culture behind my corporate walls. It's coming for the ain't nothing for free. She sounds like
So she said soul, not souls. Wow. So see, that actually doesn't help the case, because see, she has sang it both ways. So I don't know. I wish I still had the CD that my cousin made in Nashville. She's singing that song. I'm gonna find it. I'm sure it's somewhere. But yeah, who will save your soul? See there again. You can see the writing down there. I'm not playing it because I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, she definitely said soul, not souls.
Don't know the
like
lyrics, or
like
it's always
says.
been that. Why the fuck is the original singer singing it the same way as all the Mandela affected people?
Okay,
that you say are
Jennifer,
crazy.
are
Go
you-
ahead, Jen. I know I'm stealing your point here.
If
and
you're up
thunder, but
No,
later,
no, I agree with you 100%. Why would
I
she
hope
say
you
that? And we
catch my
noticed
show,
with the Red Hot Chili
and you
Peppers
can join
and
me
a
if you
couple
want
other
to.
bands when they're
I
live.
understand if you're sleepy.
Even
You're a
like
mom of
Queen,
four.
it seems to be the song that we remember that they're singing.
I know
But
how
when
it
you hear the
is.
record label one, it's
When you have
changed.
a
And I
bunch of
just heard
kids.
"Pour Some Sugar on Me" the other day by Def Leppard. And the beginning of that song has changed for me. It's got this squealy, squawky guitar in the very beginning of it. It's like nails on a chalkboard when I hear that song too. But anyway, this was really good residue.
Hey, Craig. Good to see you, Craig. What's
absolutely.
happening,
And like I said, there's a video in my video I have her and Jessica Simpson doing a duet, both belting it out. Who will save your soul? And I have an old concert of her live herself. Who will save your soul? And all throughout the album now, it's souls, souls, souls.
And that's a
great
clear
residue.
message. That's a message for sure. Who will save your souls? You know, and if you look at what Susa is trying to
Jesus,
put
God.
forth about the simulation stuff, well, we are definitely, our souls are within this body, and this body it's not everlasting. Our soul is, and our soul came from somewhere else. So we're here having this experience. You can look at our body as an avatar, but as far as it being completely a digital program, you know, there are people that talk about getting down to the fabric of reality and it's ones and zeros and stuff. And we're coming to see that we are on some type of a motherboard grid layout, but the experience is more tangible than a simulation to me. It's more for our souls as far as driving our bodies as avatars and having these experiences in this third density reality where we're dense here. There's a density. I don't know if any of that made sense.
Yeah, it does. Karen, you have any thoughts on it?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
You want to? No. Okay. What's next, Jen? Did you
What's
want to get?
Oh yeah, I sent you some stuff
in the inbox.
Yeah, the Statue of Liberty. I really like the residue that I have for the Statue of Liberty. And you get to see where it actually was originally on Ellis Island. It's very clear to me, and I want to show it to you guys. Maybe you haven't looked at this residue in a while. We have a lot of new subscribers, and I think the last time we looked at this residue was about a year ago.
Okay. So obviously we have the coin, and I actually have one of these coins. Ceiling Fan Man actually sent me one.
Right. So in this picture, you want to pay attention to the building.
They've
that's
still got
behind
over
her,
240
because
people
this is
watching on
Ellis
dlive. That's
Island.
awesome.
That building that you're looking at is on Ellis Island. It says it right there. And if you go to the next picture, because maybe we can flip back.
Oops.
Okay, right there.
Yep.
If you can zoom in on that at all, that's the building that's in the background on the coin. You can see the spires sticking up.
Yeah.
So this empty circle is where she was standing. There's no doubt about it. Flip back to the coin. So if she was on the Liberty Island, there was no way she would be positioned there in front of that building in the scheme of things. Clearly, the spot that she was at is this empty circle. And again, why would you even have an empty circle sitting there like that? I mean, it's ridiculous.
So ridiculous. Yeah, it's so ridiculous. And she was definitely on Ellis Island, dude. Nobody's even heard of Liberty Island until a couple years ago when the change happened. And most people still don't even know about Liberty Island. They still think she's on Ellis Island. And the idea that we would mix the Statue of Liberty up to be on another island when the island she's on has supposedly always been Liberty Island, well, that's just fucking stupid.
Yeah. So if you go to the next picture, there's more residue. There you go. There, you don't really see no star fort or anything in the pedestal and stuff. It says Ellis. I can't even talk right now, guys.
Ellis
Island, right there. So
the story of Ellis Island. Yep.
And then the other one's a question on one of the kids' cards about the Statue of Liberty. And clearly, the answer is
it's
Ellis Island.
10 here.
Yep. Clearly, before I started doing YouTube videos, as everybody knows, well, maybe you don't, I did a lot of my stuff on Facebook, and so for Mandela Effect, I would make a lot of little
Voynich. I'm going live on dlive after this show is over. Their show.
I mean, the landslide amount.
I'm going to be doing a Mandela, mostly a Mandela Effect residue show, and going to talk COVID after that probably. But anyway, if you'd like to join me, man, you can join me on dlive. You can be my guest.
So how is this occurring?
I'd like to have you if you want to join me. If you're going to be up.
How does that
It's up to
happen
you.
in our reality? What would be the cause of that? How would we perceive it to be now on an island that for me didn't even exist? I don't even know. It's a good question, but we don't have those answers. You know, we can definitely observe it and see that something is happening, but how it's happening and what it all means is still always on the table for me. And I watched a video of me back in 2017 talking about the Mandela effect, and to go back and watch myself and the way I thought about things back then was really interesting, and to see how my theories on the Mandela effect have evolved over the years. And I feel like I'm definitely getting closer to the answer, but it's still quite fascinating.
Yeah, you think? Are you guys okay with taking a quick break and then come back and take some more calls?
Brian needs to smoke.
Karen, you okay with that?
It's 11:11 somewhere.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just looking at Ellis Island and stuff in the map because I'm just curious about it now. I'm looking at it in Google Maps.
Oh, all right, cool. I'm going to head to a break, okay? We'll take 5 minutes and come back.
He's going to play a song and hit the bone.
I'm looking at my videos, Karen. Did you have a screen share up? I'm not trying to cut you short if you did. I'm not looking at the stream yet. You were talking about looking.
I did not. I was not. No, it's fine.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Guys, we'll be right back. 5 minutes. Stick with us. We'll talk more Mandela Effect, and we'll open up the phones. And, of course, you guys can call in and talk about anything we talked about tonight, whatever you want
to talk about. We're going to open the phones back up.
Jen, that was all you had to present, right?
I don't think I'll ever get to go live tonight.
Yeah, I think so. She probably already
Dang, that's loud. Where's my harmonica? Yes, I said harmonica. I can't find my harmonica. Harmonica. Glad y'all couldn't see me playing that. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. This is K99, late night techno hour. Oh, yeah. And somebody's slacking on their end. That's not me. They didn't have another song lined up. Brian's still smoking. Do. Can't beat them, join them. Yes, I know. I'm so bad. Close enough to 420. Woo! Ooh, my goodness. Holy shit. I can't tell you what strain, Vulcan, because this was a gift from my sister. Ow! Lovely. Oh my. Row 777 is in the chat over there.
Welcome back to the fucking best show ever. Because we're the best, that's why. People hate it. Fuck you, Tony.
Back.
Yeah, fuck you, Tony and Joey.
We're the best.
Right? But,
Can't
right?
help it.
Yeah, it's good.
I know.
It's definitely good, whatever strain it is.
Anything more Mandela effect you want to talk about, or should I just open up the phones and see where it goes?
Open the phones.
Cool.
978-435-0006.
435-0006.
Give us a ring
Karen
dong
went to bed,
Dutchie.
I knew that was coming. All right, give us a ring dong Dutchie. Let's get some real callers in. No pole smokers, please.
No Satan cocklickers.
Jen did a exclusive Patreon stream.
I should call in while I'm live on my show.
Karen joined for a bit, and I
streaming
did the
their
first one,
show,
which was supposed to be a test, but it ended up
be
being a pretty good show.
guys.
It was me, Mac, and Christian.
Hi,
So anybody
I'm
wants
live,
access
and
to
you're
that,
live,
or to when the
and
next stream
we'll
is,
be live
which will be sometime
together.
this week, then that's what the Patreon $5 pledges or more a month will get you. And I also have Subscribe Star set up now. Some people had asked because I guess in Canada Patreon's an
Sensman
issue
is in the
sometimes. Or
house.
people might not just like that platform.
I'm
I have
surprised you're not on
Subscribe Star set up.
dlive.
It's the same thing. Anybody that donates $5 or more a month will have access to those exact same shows and that exact same archive. Let's get a call, 978-435-0006. Jen, you want to drop your
yes, Joey's love
PayPal
affair
link
with
or whatever
Brian's
you're
balls
doing,
is
into
over.
the chat for
Sorry.
people?
Yeah, I can do that. How's your website coming along?
It's coming along good moving forward, but I can't back up all my 800 videos. I'd be here for years trying to update. The site's a bitch to use. It's a very beginnerish site, so it's okay for a bridge for now for like a month, and then hopefully else works out or another platform. But for right now, when everybody's following me around or whatever, you can always find my newest videos at therealnewsonline.com and just go to video archive. So no matter where on live stream the day before is or whatever, the last month or so of video are all up there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's good. So yeah, it's just amazing to me how much they lied about.
420
and we've
somewhere.
We've gotten to the point where
They're buffering. Is that on my end? That's me.
thought we were in space and black holes and asteroids and planets and all this crap, and now we're on flat Earth, and you rethink what's
flat
going
plane
on
of
above your
existence,
head.
baby.
And I'm really curious about what's going on below our feet. They definitely lied about that. And then now what's going on all around us, not just the media magic that they're having us under, but the actual things that we call geological features and stuff. They've lied about so much stuff. And it's all encompassing. Everything that they've told us is like everybody who's invested their time and energy into having a career in geology, in geography, in archaeology, in aerospace engineering, jet propulsion crap.
Joey was even Trump spamming some of my stuff, and I didn't like it
Dose
either.
of reality. You're on with Brian and Jen. Who's this?
Hello. Is this? Are we on?
Yeah,
we are on. Who's this? Hi.
Yes, I've been trying to get in contact with you guys. I am in the chat. I'm can't be defeated with the Android 18 picture.
Okay.
Yeah. I was listening on
hey, what happened to Karen
said about simulation theory. I'm a full believer in the Lord myself.
Amen.
He has helped me out more than as many times as I can count, but I've been seeing the changes. I've been seeing the changes in the Bible, the scriptures, the books, everything. It's unreal, man. This thing that's going on.
It's supernatural.
You could say it's a simulation theory, but like, this is how I study it. I tend to look at all possibilities, but never question the creation. I still think that we are all God-given souls.
Simulation does
we all
question
have consciousness.
The creator.
And I think the more we raise our consciousness, the more we become aware of things. It's bad enough that I, expose myself out because I know the fuckers are watching, but at this point in time, it don't fucking matter anymore.
Yeah.
So, but I'm a really big fan of your show, guys.
Thank you.
They say it's synchronicity that that we, probably have matched up, or I found you guys. I just surf YouTube all over the place at any video. I'll surf all the whole net, and I just pull up all kinds of interesting stuff. I posted a video link into your, or I texted to your cell phone. I think it's your cell phone, or in the chat of a video, guys, you really should check out by Paranormal Junkie. Basically, it shows about a bird being frozen, and several videos of birds being frozen in place. And
oh yeah, I'll check it out.
How I noticed that it's not CGI is because in the first one of a white dove, I don't know if this was in Venezuela or something, but everybody was looking at this damn thing, and I don't know if it was a stage crisis, like a stage act thing. I mean, it could have been, but it seems way too, like, quote unquote, coincidental, and I don't believe coincidences, that it just so happened where everybody just looks at this thing in fucking awe that it's frozen in place. So I don't think it's CGI. I mean, I don't think so. So, you know, it's worth looking into. And that's what kind of would prove the simulation in some way. But, you know, I'm still on the fence about it. So what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I'm still open to whatever because I don't know what's going on. My thoughts is it's not a simulation. I mean, I think a lot of it is clues from the creator. I think some of it's coming from the other side too. I look at it as a lot of like a spiritual tug of war.
So too. I think so too. Yeah.
I see us as living, breathing organisms sitting in a stew of frequencies that basically permeates through all of us, many of us in the same way. And that's how I believe the Mandela effect is working. But I believe that the other people, they pick up like the updates because they resonate with this like disinformation network that we kind of see, we kind of block out. I mean, does that mean it's not a simulation? No, but I mean, I do believe there's almost all the stuff around us is fake. I agree with that, but I don't think I'm a simulation, you know?
Yeah, no, you're right. I believe the same thing too. People say, how can you believe two things at the same time? Like, well, that way you won't miss nothing. So, you know, you'll never drop the ball. So that's how you do it. I mean, that's how I do it. And I believe that too as well. I mean, that ran through my mind many times. I'm still doing my research. I think a lot of that does have to do with consciousness, though. I think that's a big thing, you know, how aware you get. So, you know, that pretty much explains it. But yeah, all this fake crap. Yeah, if you watch the movie Half Baked, or I think it was Half Made or something, it shows a picture or a video recording of the Statue of Liberty. And I think, as far as I want to remember, I saw it with my cousin. That sucker was a square. There was no fucking star for it. No fucking way.
No, there was definitely no star for it.
Ago.
Yeah, I didn't know. I'll check that movie for that residue if that's in there as a square. That's fucking great. As far as the frozen bird video, I have seen some of that before, and we've definitely seen it with frozen planes. And I am a believer that was not fake footage.
Yeah.
I've seen it too. Yeah. You're gonna have to email it to me though, because you can't go back in this chat more than a few comments once the show's over. So if you can send it to unveilingthisrealm@gmail.com, I'll make sure I check it out tomorrow morning. Okay.
Oh, okay. How's Mac doing? I haven't really kept up with Flat Earth Fokker. Yeah, I haven't really. Is he doing all right? That sucks.
Well, have you seen what's going on? I mean, he broke the quarantine act, of course, as you knew he would. They held him in custody for like 4 days just a few weeks ago. Yeah, so they're trying to make him. They're trying to make him agree to like a trial date in like March or something, but he's not going to acknowledge that, and that's basically where it's at right now.
No. And somebody said in the comments that the vaccines are illegal against international law under the Nuremberg Code or something like that. That was interesting because I've been looking for something like that. There's a video this guy I found on YouTube that talked about international law, how we are all under international law. I mean, which is probably bullshit too, but you know, according to laws, right, that are in place.
Yeah.
But as far as that, it's all out the window. So.
Yep.
I guess to add any, how many minutes do I usually got? Like 20, I guess, 30. 20
we got
minutes.
2 seconds left, dude.
10 or 15 usually. It depends. But what's up? What else you got? You got time. Okay. What else you got?
Okay. I'm just gonna throw a bunch of crap out there. Let's see. There's YouTube channel that I found that also showed exploration of different freaking like stuff in old books and everything about shit like back in the 1500s that they don't show in mainstream, and like self-illuminating buildings that were built into the ground. And I think Truth Seeker had caught a lot about this, about where they said, oh, they didn't have power back then in the 1500s. Like, fuck yeah, they did. They supposedly had lights emanating from buildings, supposedly, and the way all the weird constructs are, and the supposed antennas that they had, or the like rods coming out of the buildings, yeah, and that they draw power. Like somebody actually, I found a video where on one of those old sites that the power was actually drawing from the rod, and you could see it, and it was like a light going inside the rod on top of this like Chinese temple or some Asian temple or something, and that, you know, that was not fake. So yeah, like they're fucking everybody over. There are more lands out beyond the ice wall. I don't doubt that, because Admiral Byrd, that, you know, there's supposedly stories about he actually discovered shit out there. I mean, there's maps that have been written about other fucking lands. So, you know, I believe this plane that we're on probably stretches forever. Maybe, who the fuck knows? You know?
Yeah, it could.
I know there's a fucking dome above us. I found a video where the balloon went all the way up. You know, they say that gas can't match the fucking equilibrium of the Earth's like balance weight of the balloon. You know, due to like the same weight as the like helium or the bullshit they said. But yet the guy did it with some balloon with a fucking GoPro and launched it in the middle of fucking I don't know where, and it went all the way up and it kept going. It went past the limit that they said, and it was supposed to go out in the space, and the camera was linked by the radio frequency or whatever frequency, you know, that was displaying down to where he was at in real time. And the balloon just hit something up there and didn't go any further, and it was rotating and rolling. So, you know, there is, or, you know, there's fucking a ceiling above us. I mean, it's straight up, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But
yep. It seems to be, sure. You know?
Yeah. Well,
there has to be,
about proofs out there.
There would have to be a container if space is a vacuum, but then it's a fair question. Well, is space even a vacuum? We don't even know if that's even true, right? But it does appear that that there's a barrier. Yeah.
Yeah, there is something up there. Some and the stories of the glass and that falls in the middle of the desert that they show, the blue glass or whatever the glass is.
Yeah.
The little like droplets, like those are coming off from the ceiling, I think. So, and it says in the word of the Lord that the glass comes down or something like that. So.
Over the desert, you say, where they do a lot of testing of weapons and military jets and stuff. Yeah, they could be breaking it off by hitting it.
But as far as like the word of God or the word of the Father, the Creator, I feel though like it is being attacked in some way. You know, that's why there's so many changes. So, I mean, but I did also hear that another verse that the Lord would give a confusion to people. So, but I don't know why though it would happen to apply to us.
Agreed. The Great Delusion. Yeah. But that could apply to many things though. And I will say that phrase.
It's very, very vague. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very vague.
It's happening right now with COVID, this Great Delusion.
Yeah.
People
absolutely.
It's true. Yeah, I thought the same thing. And it's really out there. Like I knew this was coming ever since 2012. They talked about the Mayan calendars. I mean, that's probably a psyop too, but how it was going to be the end of the world. You know, it's going to happen in 2012. Well, I wonder whatever was that was implying to though, because I mean, I just am curious about that. That was a big thing too, you know. So, anything else I would like to throw out there? Okay, this is a serious one. I might get rung up about this, but I don't give a shit.
All right, you got like, I'll give you like 3 minutes, okay? And then we're gonna get to the next one. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, no, that's good because there are underground bases under the United States and other parts of the country with tunnels linking with each other, and I think you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know why you're whispering about it all of a sudden.
Right.
Hey,
Brian, here's a secret.
Fuck it. It's the Dulce bases. The bases of Phil Schneider.
Yeah, we know. We all know
Yeah.
about that. Nobody here is denying that. You don't need
Yeah.
to whisper. You don't need to whisper anything here. We come here and tell you that nobody died on 9/11. It's a complete hoax. And Sandy Hooks is a hoax, and fucking we love it, baby.
Yeah. But this is one of those top heavy. This is one of those top heavy ones, and but like I said, all encryption's hacked. Like it's already proved. Like it already seems like proven. You know, so fuck it. It's amazing about these entities, whatever they are. You know, they said they're extraterrestrial, and it's like, well, extraterrestrial. You know, extra land. There's people thought about that. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know. That's just the way the wording is.
Well, they're definitely lying to us about what's
Yeah,
going
there are
on.
videos. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I seen that footage of the giant super soldier that they had in that one thing you showed me, or they had on your video, Truth Seeker, on that you were showing on YouTube, like that big giant guy. I don't know, I forget, it was the Ferguson incident that happened. I'm like, what the fuck? And it's like, that guy was freaking huge. I mean, I knew they existed, but they had giant people like 7 feet, in the world that you've seen. But this dude was like, I mean, he was packing. Holy
Dude,
shit!
he would not fit in that car. Standing near that car looked like a toy.
Yeah, and there was a theory I heard that these fuckers might be the ones that might enforce the vaccinations if they really start coming out with it, like later down the road. Like those, like I can see that. Like
I heard a while back they were using the super soldiers in some of the stuff going on in the Middle East, and there was one of the head people in the Middle East. And they were like
in the Stargate too. They're getting the Stargate.
I don't know about the Stargate situation, but they were being used in the military out there, and they were overcoming the opposing forces. And they were like, they're using stuff against us that we can't keep up with and stuff because they were super soldiers and they were giant.
Oh yeah, well, they hide all the technology. I mean, are you kidding me? Shit. Supposedly in Utah, they just discovered this fucking random monolith. It was on the news.
Yeah,
that article appeared in the search results.
That's a distraction. That's just a distraction.
And it's a fucking news. I'm not going to believe it, but I've seen this shit before in a regular YouTube video. People ran into this monolith in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, they got technology that we probably couldn't even wrap our minds around.
Hey, buddy, I gotta let you go, but I am going to give you one quick more minute. Biggest flat Earth proof, biggest Mandela effect, and I'm going to let you run.
Okay, shit. Well, probably all combined, it wasn't even a Mandela effect. When a friend of mine told me that our consciousness can shift things and you start noticing stuff, just on the fly, you'll experience a change, and just your perception. When he said that kind of really resonated with me. And ever since then, I started questioning everything. And that's how I came along to many Mandela effects and flat Earth, discovery. That's when I started questioning the nass holes and fucking, just seeing, the theory of things changing, that your memory is supposedly bad. I'm like, no, my memory's fucking perfect. So, that was my biggest wake up.
Awesome, man. Hey, I'm going to let you go because we're going to take one more call and wind the show down. So thank you so much for the call, buddy.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I wanted to make it as high as it can get tonight. So hopefully that
was good.
Hit the roof.
Cool. Good stuff.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Well, I'll send you the video and we'll let you go.
Yeah, unveiling this realm at Gmail. Okay.
.com. Yeah, got it. Unveiling this realm at gmail.com. All right.
All right.
Appreciate it. I'll be in the chat.
Yep. All right.
Bye.
Guys, after we take the next call, Tommy is going to go live after the show. So, Tommy, if you could please link your channel in the chat. Most of you guys have subbed Tommy now, but a lot of you guys haven't. I know there's still 240 people in here right now, which is great. I do need to wrap the show up a little bit before midnight, though. So it's about 11:38 now. So we'll take another call or two. Here we go. Dose of Reality. You're on Brian and Jen. Who's this?
Hey.
Thanks for the shout out, Brian. Appreciate
you. You just got to turn the volume down in the background, chicken.
Okay.
God. What's up?
Hey, sorry. I didn't know I was on the show already. Yeah, I can talk about some of these things and try to enlighten some people here.
All right, what's up?
Well,
It's okay.
For one, I don't know who muted me in your chat there.
Uh-oh, this
some
might be a
moderator
troll.
has a power trip and keeps muting me for no reason at all. But yeah, I just wanted to call in and talk about that simulation theory,
Okay.
And people seem to get the wrong idea about it. Just because we're in a simulation doesn't mean there's not a God. Okay. And I don't want to get all religious or anything because it has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with spirituality and where we came from and who we are. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit and about all the lies. You guys know about all the lies that we've been told over the years, decades, centuries, millennia.
Yep. Forever. Since the beginning.
What's that?
I said since the very beginning.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Satan's been doing his evils here on earth.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's all coming to light this year, and a lot more people are waking up. And I said even before this year that 2020 was going to be the year that everybody's eyes are open. I mean, you think about 2020 vision and the 2020 news. And, I've looked into all this stuff for 20 plus years. I was a follower of Alex whenever he was first reporting on things. And then I realized, well, he doesn't report on everything.
Mm-hmm.
And some things that, he'll lean away from.
Yeah,
and
definitely. Well, I found him to be one of the biggest gatekeepers for no planes on 9/11. That's how I saw through him, and then realized what the agenda of the alternative media really was. And we all kind of go through that, right? It's a learning process. We all go through the Alex, don't we?
Yep.
It seems that way, yeah.
I called into the show a couple of times.
What's that?
I called into his show a few times.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Oh,
and then I was targeted.
Yeah.
I called in there one time, and it was because of the mask, because this is a huge problem. I go out, I go shopping or whatever. I see people in masks everywhere. It's like, don't you do any research at all? I just don't get it. How many people, how can there be that many people that are asleep and don't do any research on their own? Know that those masks don't protect them against jack shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you could go look up the specifications, the N95 mask, for instance. That's what, they claim is the best one to get. Bull crap. You think people in there in a biology lab are hovering over with their N95 masks studying viruses? Get real.
Nope.
Gosh. That's just the stupidity is rampant. We're seeing people who aren't waking up as opposed to people that are awake or are waking up. And that's like the big divide,
And
yeah,
also
for sure.
People
and
backsliding into the mask instead of staying strong with truth. So you see a lot of people backsliding into this whole COVID nonsense.
Yeah.
Yep. A lot of people that know it's a lie are consenting and complying, and that's a big problem for me. I don't know how long you been watching me or Jen, but we are adamantly against all this. We don't stand for it at all,
Oh, yeah, I've caught you here and there whenever I've done research in the past, so I know who you are.
Cool.
I've seen you on here, and I agreed with pretty much everything you've said. So I didn't know you were on dlive, though. I was just looking through the channels, and I saw you, and I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah, I'm here all the time now. I'm here all the time now. I've been multi-streaming here a little bit with YouTube the last year, but mostly been on YouTube. But I'm done with this shit, and all my live shows are here now.
Yeah.
So yeah, yep.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm getting away from YouTube, Facebook, Google, Twitter, all of it.
Yeah, well,
I'm
I mean,
done
you know
with
how
it
we
all.
talk.
I'm going decentralized, just like a lot of people are.
They took 70 something videos of mine down just since COVID started for us exposing it, and never mind my 9/11 stuff. I can't even speak about that.
My last two live streams on YouTube were taken down, and this one probably will be too.
We had over 300 people here at one point tonight, so fuck YouTube, you know.
It's awesome.
And YouTube never puts you trending, dude. If you go right now on the leaderboard, I bet you I'm sitting at the top still.
I told Brian to talk crap about
then more
YouTube.
People come into the room. It's great, dude.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah,
it's great. Yeah. I came here. I saw this guy about crypto. You know, cryptocurrency. I've been getting into it over the past few years and stuff.
Yeah.
So I started watching him, and then I thought, well, I'll just start streaming on here instead of Twitch, and start putting my videos on here instead of YouTube.
Yeah. Because by me trying to make my videos fit within YouTube's parameters, all I'm doing is self-censoring myself. And at this level of stuff that we talk about, sure, when I make my beginner Mandela videos for people, or maybe a beginner flat earth for people video, yeah, that's better to hit YouTube. But the stuff we talk about and the conversations we have, it's much better off for us and for everybody watching if we can just speak freely, even if it doesn't reach as large of a pool of people. The people that need to hear it, and the people that are going to help spread the message, well, they're all here in the chat right now. So,
yep, I agree.
Yeah, it's a great platform for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know, I won't waste your time. I know you guys have a lot on your plate, and you've been exposing the truth. And, you know, I said in chat earlier, God is the truth, truth is God. And the reason why is because God gives you discernment, and discernment will allow you to know what's true and what's not. And it's not anything religious, and I need to drive that point because it isn't. It's not religious. It's not about following a religion or you know, getting on your knees or anything. Now, if God comes down and is there, and you truly believe that's God, I would recommend probably getting on your knees for that. But as far as getting on your knees for anybody else or anything else, fear no man that can take your life, but fear that can take your soul. Yep. You know. You guys want to follow me, Crazy Chicken Boy on dlive?
Yeah. Drop your link in the chat, man. Well, we should all be following each other. That's what everybody.
If I can, if somebody doesn't moderate me for no reason.
Oh, it was probably an accident. It was probably an accident. There's a lot of people.
Yeah, they said some other moderator on here says that they were working on it. It was like, I guess a couple guys didn't like me or something. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. You're fine though. You're fine. All right, buddy. Thank you for the call.
Bye.
Yeah. Have a good night.
You too, man. Bye. You too. All right. Jen, what do you have coming up? Let's get this thing winded down. And you have any shows coming up? You get something with Steve tomorrow? Can you leave a link? Tell people what Steve's channel's at, all that?
Yeah, Steve JMO. If you're not subbed to him, please check him out. He's got awesome work. He's my co-pilot on the Ripple Effect. And we're going to be live tomorrow on my backup channel, TTS69. And I'm not sure what time yet, but it'll probably be more towards the 5 o'clock hour, maybe 6 o'clock, something like that. That's Central Time. So
Steve JMO, aka Stu McLovin.
Yeah, on YouTube, guys.
On YouTube. Okay. And guys, I don't know what my next show is. Tomorrow's Sunday. Maybe we'll do something tomorrow night. I know me and Karen were thinking about something tomorrow night. I know we'll have our show Thursday. That will be on her channels, Unveiling This Realm on YouTube, if she's even doing it there. But definitely, she'll probably be doing it there. And definitely on her dlive here on Karen B's dlive. If mods can help out with all these links while we're talking, Karen B's dlive. Unveiling This Realm, and Jen's backup channel, TTS69, if you guys can help out with that. Here's the link to my Patreon, where those exclusive shows would be at. If you'd like to support me, $5 more a month, that's how you get access to that. And thank you, everybody that would consider doing that. And I'll also drop PayPal link. Jen, can you drop your PayPal link too, please? In the chat?
All right, guys. Well, that was that. And I'm going to have to get off of here and get ready for my dlive show. So if you want to see tonight's show, that would have been on YouTube. I would have never had to go over to dlive, if YouTube would just cooperate with the truth and truthers, So anyway, I'm gonna hop off here now and get fully prepared for that show. So yeah, wish me luck because I get nervous too. Like I'm not nervous right now, but as soon as that show gets going over there, and I know there's new people around, I'm nervous, and I'm gonna be by myself unless Voynich or somebody hops in with me. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, but. This will be my third show, and then so after this show's done, I'll have enough hours, I hope, and all the other requirements to become affiliate, and then eventually a partner and stuff. Moving your way up into dlive. So, yeah. All right, guys. See y'all in a few. Yeah, Voynich looking for you to join me. I can send you a link on in Messenger, Facebook Messenger, if you want to join me and talk Mandela Effect and COVID and whatever. All right, bro. All right, people. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Tommy here, Tommy out. God bless you all.